Hi guys, Sarah here. Today we are going to be working on a sign for Halloween, and what I'm starting out with is this Dollar Tree sign that they had available. It says grateful, thankful, and blessed. We're not going to use this side at all. We are going to flip it over, and then very carefully on the back side we are going to remove this ribbon. And then we are going to sand down the back a little bit to kind of smooth it out once we get this off. Right now, I don't know if you can see here, I have quite a bit of glue left on here. So hopefully it's hot glue. I can heat it up and we can get that off. Okay. And look at that. It heats up and it's starting to come off. It's taking a little bit of the paper with it, but we are going to give this a base coat before we paint it, I think, so that we won't have to worry about that. There we go. But yeah, that heated up and it came off really nicely.
Now that I have all the glue off, I'm going to lightly sand all of the pieces just to make sure that there are no lines where it tore any of the paper from removing those pieces of glue. So I'm just going to lightly sand the entire piece and then we'll move on to the next step. Now, I'm not really sure what happened to the segment of video I was filming that showed me painting, but I did want to show you the paints that I used. They're Craftsmart by Michaels. It's green, purple, and orange. Now, I'm not sure these are my favorite paints. They come across as a little bit thin for me, but they did do the job just fine after a couple coats.
Alright, now I have 2 coats of paint on all these. I'm going to let them dry completely. Then I am going to see if they need maybe one more coat. But once they're completely dry, we're going to move on to the next step.
Now I'm simply using my Silhouette Cameo 4 to cut out the letters BOO for my boo sign. I'm just using, I believe, Times New Roman in a bold font, so I'm going with a really basic font for this sign. You can use, of course, any font you would like, and if you don't have a Silhouette Cameo or cutting machine of any sort, you can cut out your own letters or you can use stickers that you buy in the store. Now I'm going to take the letters that I cut out on my Silhouette Cameo 4 and I'm going to center them, one on each of the pieces that I've painted. Now that I have my letters centered on the sign pieces, I am going to go ahead and apply Mod Podge to each piece and then apply the coordinating color of glitter over each of the sign pieces. Now I am using my dishwasher safe Mod Podge because I really haven't found an application that it does not work with, and it does make things not only dishwasher safe but waterproof for a far longer period of time. So I personally, for the price, it's the same price, don't understand why you would buy the regular Mod Podge when the dishwasher safe does so much more.
Now, I have to admit, I'm kind of digging this tone on tone with the glitter and the paint, but I am going to go ahead and move on to the next step, show you what I have in mind to glitter the letters in the opposite colors. We're just going to switch the colors around. So what I'm going to use is the other part of my stickers here that I created, and I'm going to put them over the glitter. Right, and because these are sealed, it should work fairly well without pulling off a lot of the glitter. Fingers crossed. And then we are going to do the same thing we did before with the Mod Podge, and then seal it one more time. Alright, now I just have to set these aside and let them dry completely, tap off the excess glitter once they're done, and move on to the next step. Alright, so here is my boo lettering. Again, not quite how I had envisioned it, with the storm coming through and these getting soaked. I had thought I closed the garage door after I sprayed them. The garage door did not go down for whatever reason when the storm came. These are not the only things in the garage that got completely soaked, but everything else is going to be none the worse for wear. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pull out, and this is some black ribbon. It's a sparkly ribbon I picked up at Dollar Tree, and just kind of measure out enough to go in between all the letters. I should actually lay them out this way, since this is the way they are going. Okay, and the ribbon is going to be what's holding it. And come around. All right, there we go. Actually not going to need it down quite that far. All right, and then we're just going to flip these over. And we are going to hot glue the ribbon onto the back. And these are still pretty damp on the back, so here's to hoping the hot glue will actually hold. Alright, so there we go. That's all ready. Let's go ahead and get this ready to hang. I'll take a few pictures of it. The project is done. Thank you for tuning in. And if you learned nothing else from this project, be sure to take away from it that you should never leave your chipboard out in the rain.
If you liked this video, please be sure to hit that like button as well as share it with friends who may also enjoy it. If you like my channel, hit that subscribe button, and when the notification bell pops up, be sure you hit that as well so you never miss a video. And, as always, have a great day and stay crafty.